I was thinking about how my tech bag and my daily carry has evolved this year, so I have decided to make a video about it. Stay tuned. Before we even look at the bag, let's get into the pockets. My smartphone of choice is a foldable, the Galaxy Z Fold 5. This device is more or less the Swiss Army knife of smartphones. Especially this year, I was very often on the go for university, and this fold can be your smartphone, your tablet, your gaming device, and if needed, it can even be your notebook. But as with any Swiss Army knife, while it can get so much work done in a pinch, it also is the jack of all trades. There are better phones, better cameras, better tablets, even better mobile gaming devices, but still in combination with the right accessories like this phone holder or phone stand or any telescope gaming controller, this device is really a workhorse. I have so much more to say about the Fold experience. If you're interested, let me know down at the comment section. Next up in my pockets, I have a generic flashlight and the Victorinox climber. I sadly just lost both of them, so I will just blend in some pictures, but I think you get the gist. I like Swiss Army knives, I like devices which can do a lot of things and not just one thing. And the more I carry the Swiss Army knife, the more I use it. So I just love this thing. Up next are my wallets of choice. So I have two different ones for different uses. When I need some coins with me or any cash, I will take this Don Bolo slim wallet with me. It has quick access to the cards, you can take some cash with you, and it's still quite slim. So it's a really nice wallet. I sadly could not find the exact one on Amazon right now, but I have found some generic similar ones from different companies, so I will put a link in the description for it, an affiliate link in the description, and there is even also a version where there is an area for an Apple tag. So yeah, the Dumbardo Slim Wallet is really nice, but when I need something even slimmer and I don't need to take cash with me, I just take this Sinjamoru MagSafe wallet. The magnet on this is really strong, I can even show it to you. So as you can see, it's not a problem. This is a 3-in-1 wallet, so it's a wallet, it has a grip on it, and you can also put it on like this. Normally if you have cards on there, it's even easier, and you can watch some content on your phone. Because I have a foldable, it's not as easy since this is just a silicone piece, and the weight of this is quite a lot, but still I really like this slim wallet from Sinjomoro. Again, there is a link in the description for it. The last thing in my pockets is this KeySmart key holder. It's really simple. I don't like jingly jangly keys in my pockets, so I just got this. Online it says you can have up to 8 keys with this version, with the leather version, but that's not true. As long as you don't want to have keys rubbing on each other, I would only stick to 6 keys at most. I also have a 3D printed clip on this, which is really practical. That's everything that's in my pockets, so let's just get to the tech bag finally. So what I have in front of me is the TomTalk Expect 20 liters version. Sadly, right now on Amazon there is only the 30 liters version available. In terms of the pockets, it is actually the same as the 30 liters version. The only difference is just the size. With this, you can go up to a 16-inch laptop, and with the other one, you can go even bigger. What I like about this backpack is here in Europe, there is not a really good alternative to the LTT backpack. While you can buy it from the website, you will pay a lot of taxes and for shipping too. So I was trying to find something similar and with a comparable quality. This TomTalk backpack has YKK zippers. The front ones are even waterproof. It has 2 compartments. I hope you can see that. And it even stands on its own, even when it's fully empty. The first compartment folds over like that, so there is easy access to all the stuff you want to get out. There is an inner pocket. You have a compartment for more personal stuff or like stuff you kinda wanna have hidden away. There is this mesh pocket too, which is great for stuff that is not fully flat, so it doesn't get really tight if you want to access it. So it's just really easy and intuitive to use. That's the front compartment. There is also the 2 front pockets with space for some pens. Again, a mesh and a normal compartment, and down there we have more pockets. There are 2. Let's go to the back compartment. See, I think that's a good view. There we go. That's your area for, I hope that's kind of visible, it's kind of hard with the light. For your laptop, you can go much bigger. The one I have is a 14-inch, I think. There is like an extra space, I think that's for glasses, I think, I'm not sure. But I use it for cables. And again, there is more space for some notebooks. And as if that's not enough, you have a pocket for your water bottle or any kind of drink. Inside you have like this hidden, not really hidden, but this area. And on the other side, there's this compartment. I really like this because I use it more for EDC and tool stuff. As you can see, it's really intuitive. All right, let's get to the contents of the bag. Let's start with the less interesting stuff. At the back, at the laptop compartment, I just have a Lenovo T14. It's nothing special. I can use USB-C with it to charge it. There is an Ethernet cable, which is nice. There is an HDMI port on it. It's really reliable and it doesn't weigh too much. The performance of it is quite well for what I do. So for programming, web browsing, for easy tasks, it's more than enough. Also at the back compartment, I have some cables, an HDMI cable, because sometimes I want to use some external device and HDMI gets quite handy. I also have a micro HDMI port on it. I use that with my gaming device. I have like an Embernic RG35XXH with me. I will show that later, so it's handy for that. Other than that, I have some extra cables, just a normal USB-A to USB-C. I also have at the back compartment some spare headphones. Next up, I have a notebook for note-taking. This is from Claire Fontaine. Now let's look at the front pockets. Here I have just some pens, a Lamy Safari. It's reliable, it works. I like the writing experience. especially with the notebooks I have with me, and a simple ballpoint, or I think that's a gel pen from Muji, but yeah, it's nothing special. I also have some sticky notes with me. And the next item I really like and used quite often this year is this, the RG35XXH. This thing is really fun when you're on the go and you just want to play a quick game. I normally just play Game Boy Advance games with it, and I have a custom firmware on it. Yeah, that's Nulli, I don't know how you call it, but this thing is a joy to use. I can also use the HDMI out port on this. It's mini HDMI, not the normal one, to play something on the TV, or like when I'm with friends, we can just hook it up on any HDMI device, get two controllers with us, and we can have some fun with it. I also have always this thing with me. There it is. So this is just a mesh, like a thin fabric. You can lay it down on any surface if you're outside and you want to sit somewhere and you don't want your clothes to get dirty. It's quite practical. I am actually using this really often. So let's get down. The next thing I use really often is this, the bases. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly. This charger with two USB-C ports and two USB-A ports. It has two power delivery ports, one up to 65 watts, the second one up to 20 watts, I think, and the other two are just normal USB ports. The bottom one has only 5 watts. So if you have a device like this, Embernic device, which actually supports normal USB better than power delivery, this is a good option. Yeah, it is also not really expensive. Here in Europe you can get it for about 25 euros really often. It fluctuates a lot with the prices, but there is always a deal with bases. So I really like this. Let's turn it and get to the EDC part, or like the tools part. This might be an overkill, but I have this Knipex Cobra 180 millimeters. There are also smaller versions, but that's the one I have right now, and it's still small enough for the EDC compartment. I just started carrying this around with me because some friends are moving and I found myself needing a nice tool like this quite often. So yeah, it's really nice, and the adjustment is quick, so it gets the job done also quick. This isn't even that expensive. Like here in Europe you can get this for about 20 euros, 25 euros. It always fluctuates with the pricing, but yeah, for most people I would just get a smaller one like the Cobra XS or the 160 millimeters version or the 125. The link is in the description. Next up is a Xiaomi screwdriver, which is also ratcheting, and it has all the bits inside. And it has an extension, there it is. This thing is a joy to use. And it doesn't cost too much. Again, it's about 20 to 30 euros. You can just change it to ratchet. There is a neutral position if you just want the normal screwing experience. So yeah, it's really nice. Also the bits are quite good quality. They don't strip out the screws really easy. And I have had this for quite a few years. And now again, a screwdriver. This time it's a precision screwdriver, it's not ratcheting on it or anything. It has all the bits inside. This is from Hoto. There it is, designed by Hoto. This is quite cheap when it's in sale, about 15 euros. What I also normally always have with me is a measuring tape. Since I'm 3D printing a lot more and trying to design stuff myself these days, there is a lot of situations where I want to just measure something. So right now I'm not sure where I put it, but normally I have it always with me. Now let's get to the main compartment. Over here, as you can see, this part just folds over, which is really nice for accessibility. I have my reliable headphones, the XM5s from Sony. The noise reduction is just insanely good with this. At places where it's really noisy, I can just put these on and focus on my work. A lot of people are complaining about the sound quality. For me, it's good enough because I'm not an audiophile, and if I'm honest, they're really reliable, they're really light. The only problem I have with this is I can't fold the hinges over, so it takes a lot of area in my backpack, but they are quite flat, so that helps a lot. If I had to decide which headphones I should get for on the go, I wouldn't have chosen these. Instead, I would have gotten the XM4s, which are cheaper and you can fold them over. And yeah, as I said, the sound itself is just secondary for me. The most important part is the noise cancelling and also the microphone quality when I want to be on a call, and Sony is really good with that. On the front pouch, I have just a simple Microsoft mouse. It is with Bluetooth. I don't need more on the go because normally I just use the trackpad itself. Now to something more fun. I have this, the GameSir X2 Pro, the Xbox edition. I don't always carry this with me, only when I don't have the RG35XX with me. I take this, and in combination with my Fold, there we go, this thing is just awesome. Oh, I have this on, I have to put it away. You could just play a PS2 game on the go, which is just awesome. And with this screen, it looks insane, especially since God of War or any PS2 game is with a 4:3 aspect ratio, I think. So you can take advantage almost fully of your screen. For the Fold itself, I had to shave down some of the rubber pads down. I think you can see it there. So normally it looks like this. And also with this, you can swap out the buttons. You can just pull them out and you can arrange it for your Nintendo games or your Xbox games. And that's also a big reason why I got this. I also had the GameSir G8, but the problem with that was that it was just too bulky and at home I didn't use it. And I also didn't take it with me since it was so bulky in my backpack. So this is a nice compromise, I think. With this, you have also pass-through charging. So if you ever are low on the with the battery, you could just plug it in and charge it. The last item I have in the backpack is this, another bag. So this is what I use for my on-the-go setup when I have a desk and I can put all my stuff there. With this, I have everything organized really nicely. So I don't know where to start, but I think a really nice thing I want to show you is this Ugreen dock, which is actually for the Steam Deck, but it works really good with the Fold 5. What I want to show you with this dock is that it is not only a dock, but it is also a stand, which works really well with the Fold 5. because I can just set it up like that. I don't even need mostly my ports like the ones here. If I need ports, it's just for my smartphone and not for my laptop. So it's nice for that. It also has an SD card reader. But normally I just use it as a stand. I put it on like that. Here is how I use my setup normally when I'm on the go and I have enough room and I have a desk to work on and I also have enough time. So I open Super Display. This is an app which you can use to connect your smartphone with your laptop, and your smartphone turns into a second display. You can use a cable for it or you can do it wirelessly. So the option is up to you. So this costs quite a lot. I think it's like 10 euros or even more, I think, for the full version. But if you're gonna use this regularly, I think it's quite worth it. Okay, so let's connect this. So now the phone is connected with the laptop and I can just, boom, it's actually on the wrong side. I would have to change that. It just acts as a second display. I can do whatever I want to do. And you should also be able to use the touchscreen on your phone still. There you go. So this is really easy to use and it also makes your setup on the go really powerful. All right, let's go to the next items. In here, I also have a slim tripod with a MagSafe magnet. So you can put your phone up. You can use it as a stand, but you can also use it for video taking. Another MagSafe accessory for my phone is this USB charger. It has the cables built in and it also has a lightning port on it, since there is a lot of people who still use lightning and there's always someone who needs a charger. This has 10,000 milliamps. Next up is this. It actually comes with the tech bag from TomTalk. It's quite nice because you can put some SD cards in here, some micro SD cards over there. In this part I put my USB sticks. These are from SanDisk, and the nice thing about them is they have USB-A and also USB-C. So I can also use it with my phone or with almost any device at this point. And they are still quite cheap, like about 10 to 15 euros. So the other things are quite random actually. I just have an extra knife for me for bigger tasks. If I want to cut, I don't know, something that's not enough for my Swiss Army knife, I have this small note-taking thingy. I have this small notebook for scribbling. I have my personal belongings and I have 2 markers. So that's about it. So the reason I wanted to show this video is to give you some idea of the reason I wanted to do this video is just to give you an idea how a tech loadout could look like and how you could use it too. If you have any suggestions, like any item that could go quite well with this backpack, or maybe any different backpacks that are available in Europe too and are quite similar, I would like to know. So that's my tech loadout for the year, and I will see you in the next video.